Hereward and his men retreated to the island of Ely. It was a natural fortress. It was the largest island in the Fens, the richest, the most populous, 100 ways in and out, if you knew where they were. It lay in the swamp like some snaking leviathan lying low. William sent a force of 120 knights, but they could do no more than keep watch. The island was far too large. They watched steadily as, over a couple of years, Hereward's forces grew, 2 by 2, 3 by 4, as surviving warriors from all over England came to his command. William realised he had no choice but to deal with Hereward himself. He arrived with an army drawn from half the counties of England. Immediately ordered a further encirclement to restrict Hereward's movements, and the building of a causeway across the swamp. A vast thing, a mile long perhaps, from dry land onto the island, made of timber supported on inflated sheepskins. The whole project was too hasty in the planning, above all too careless in the building, and too narrow for its purpose. William offered purses of gold to the first men to surge onto the island and destroy those wicked renegades. So, pushed by their pride and pulled by their greed, William's men poured onto the causeway. Almost immediately, it began to tip sideways, and fully armed men started to slide into the swamp. More piled in behind them, and they too slid in the swamp. They couldn't see what was going on ahead, and more behind them, and more behind them, and more behind them. Back and back the chaos came, back all the way to dry land, so that the last few were able to crawl out of the stinking morass, to live, to fight, to die another day. And all their fellows choked on mud and mulch before ever they had a chance to drown in water. Eyes, ears, nose, mouths blocked, limbs tangled in weed and reed, dying in slow, cold, black silence. Their last terrors mixed with shame, because they had been destroyed, not by their contempt for their human enemies, but by their contempt for their silent, pitiless Fenland enemy. And don't doubt this. Don't for one moment doubt the truth of this, because in later years, when the monks in the monastery on Ely were scratching in their scriptorium, writing up the story of their hero, they reported that regularly corpses snagged on the punt poles of the Fenland fisher folk and rolled to the surface, rotting in their armour, grinning in their helmets, marsh gas dribbling through their teeth.